Hello, folks. Anyone watching? Munchkin Adversary back with DontBeSonic93 Abusers 3.5. Um, this video is not to strictly talk about Rielu. It's not to strictly talk about RioluPuppy or Dunzo anyone, but rather to touch bases on what I was saying in my previous videos as a whole, like including things about Rielu. Like it's mostly in regards to the fabrications regarding YoshiWii1 and Akai Jane. With people saying that Sonic93, what the hell is that? Oh god. Anywho, I see a certain type of unsettling critter walking around, but I don't have anything to hit it with, but I'll get it later. But thing is, what I'm trying to say is, people kept saying that Sonic93 abused folks, mentally broke, RioluPuppy, not RioluPuppy. See, I'm just gonna go down, but I wanna apologize to Akai Jane if you're watching this, because I needed to go to your message to show proof that you were not broken by Sonic93. I'm going down, and you'll see what I'm talking about if you're watching this. Now, Akai Jane, this is you right here. You're not doing anything wrong. You didn't do anything wrong right here. No. Again, I apologize because I know you didn't want to be in the drama. I'm not putting you back in the drama. It's just the fact of the matter that people kept dragging your name everywhere, especially with what they were doing in YoshiWii1. And it just needs to stop one way or another. And this person right here, Jim B7798, is somebody who was just saying, I say, you dodged a bullet, Jane. It's like, what the hell is that supposed to mean? Because you're the same person I found under RioluPuppy's video attacking both Moondisc and somebody who was neutral and just, sharing their opinions. You're the same person. So when we go to your, whatchamacallit, your page, let's see what we got. This is really something I expected to see. Not gonna lie, but at the same time, I thought maybe they would have some stuff up there. But mostly, I suspected to see this because when I looked this person up on Google, they had barely anything, barely any results, and on just another site, just commenting on whatever. I'm not gonna show it because I'm not trying to show off their entire livelihood, whatever. But no, this is stupid, right here. You came around like November 21st, 2022. You could literally be called out as a troll, which you are. A negative troll, that is. So the whole YoshiWii1 thing, the Akai Jane thing, Sonic93 breaking them, it's not true. Because otherwise, somebody would have said right here, under this comment, an Akai Jane's, and yes, this is Akai. They would have said, Akai, what are you doing? Why are you posting under Moondisc's video? This is Moondisc and Sonic93. Are you not in trouble? Are you not in danger? Are you hurt? Because this is the same girl who quote unquote broke you in YoshiWii1, right? Somebody would have said that if it was true, right? Because when we go over, let me see, here to Bag-O-Douche's preview, Bag-O-Douche being one of those people that are horny for Sonic93 to try to out her themselves. I don't mean by go after her and hurt her, but I mean basically try to get off the internet and scare off all that BS, that fetish and crap. That's what I mean. OBD says under their video, why hasn't Sonic93 been arrested yet? I mean, if people are accusing her of being a pedophile because of her sexual attraction to silver, why don't they just physically call the police instead of threatening to do so from behind a computer screen? Nobody ever seemed to have answered this question right here. No one. This is a genuine question. Regardless of their stance on Sonic93, they were still wondering because the lies spread paranoia. They would get you to think that Sonic93 is somebody she's not. And Nico Royam especially is another one. Another one of those people who was spreading those germs of lies, made it a plague, got all these people riled up, and no one really tried to diffuse the drama out of these folks. So when it comes to Jim and ChannelEven especially, these two right here, they helped to disprove that YoshiWii1 and Akai Jane were broken by Sonic93. Why? Because ChannelEven's inactivity, brace yourselves. ChannelEven's inactivity to actually acknowledge certain people who attacked YoshiWii1, it shows that they were being selective. This person right here who put up this fanfic of YoshiWii1 attacking his dad, this is the same person that you'll find. This is not even the same one right here. Actually, I know where it is. This is right around here. Yeah, sorry. They got a lot of stuff up here on DeviantArt talking about Sonic93 and YoshiWii1 or whoever. I mean, people in general, including ChannelEven. It's so much. It's like, why is this on DeviantArt? And why is Alexander here still? You would have blocked him, right? Why didn't you block him? Instead, you got the same person you talking to right up here who made this. And they're the same person who actually conversed with Sonic GMI 22. Going down here. And Sonic GMI, before I even do this, compare this to the image that RioluPuppy had used on her video of Sonic93. Let me go see if I can do it right here, actually, because there are parallels. There's definitely a parallel. I'm going to see if I can find it somewhere. I'm going to click it down here. This is so unnecessary. No, you know what? I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to click back. This right here. Compare that or whoever did it for RioluPuppy to use to I'm going to the wrong thing again. This. There are similarities. There's something wrong with this. And why no one defended YoshiWii1 here? Why didn't anybody defend YoshiWii1? Especially to the point where this happened. Where again, send him to ISIS to get beheaded. These two making death threat remarks on YoshiWii1. So my thing is, when it comes down to YoshiWii1 and Akai Jane, they were never, ever broken by Sonic93. If it was true, this wouldn't be here. Cobalt Sky, 39, would not be posting right here. No one said anything to her. I'm not saying she was in the wrong. She was in the right to say this because she was never broken by Sonic93. This is Akai Jane. I will read this out. Despite I wasn't full into problems between Ruth and Amy, Sonic93 and Amy-chan, I still see the whole genre was filled with damn misunderstandings and misinformation. Yes, and even more, but still, yes. I know how it feels. Very, very bad. It hurts. I really regret I couldn't be part of this documentary. But the memories of drama affected my mental life. I still try to avoid any drama as much as possible. In short, I knew I won't be disappointed of your work, guys. Just make a hope it will be just good in a bad beginning. Great job. By the way, Moon, amazing job at drawing my Jane. Sexy chick. And then GMB7798 said 10 months ago, I say you dodged a bullet, Jane. So she's giving her blessings to Moondisc and Sonic93 and this towards this video. Don't anybody laugh about this, please. I'm not adding a freaking like to make it whatever. Random joke aside, um, an outsider's perspective, I'm just trying to look for the same one. We're going back to Gem right here. Don't be Sonic93. I don't know why it locks me out, but whatever. Um, Sonic93, RioluPuppy. I'm gonna read that comment they made. I read it before in other videos, but I want to point out something. Because if you're somebody who has commented on Moondisc channel, and then you come all the way over here, and you did not even say anything about Akai, you didn't say anything to her in regards to what quote unquote happened to her, there's something wrong with you. And I'm not saying you should have, I'm just saying your logic is a damn lie. So let's take a look at what Moondisc said. Because if Akai Jane was in fact broken by Sonic93, this person would have mentioned it. Right here in particular. They would have said something like this. But Moondisc says, so I watched this video 3 times now, and I will illuminate on some statements that were entirely not true. First is the fallout of Amy-chan and Ruth. Well, Sonic93. Amy claims that it wasn't a big deal that she and Sonic93 was joking around. When Ruth wanted to, jeez, Sonic93 wanted to respond to Melody's journal about Silver, Amy said to Sonic93 that is not a big deal. Sonic93 says that Amy and her were not joking around. Sonic93 was genuinely upset with the points Melody made. Amy never said that it wasn't a big deal, and don't be upset about it. She never said anything of the sort. Amy agreed with everything what Sonic93 said. Amy was saying a false narrative. This is just one of the reasons why Sonic93 cut ties with Amy-chan. There is more, but the rest is personal info. The video of Dunsville interviewing with Amy-chan is no longer available for the public to watch due to Amy-chan releasing private information about Sonic93 that should not have been said. Number 2. Alduin's video on Sonic93 was not good on giving critique on the matter. It just made things worse. Alduin's video was just her twisting Sonic93's words and gaslighting her and trying to get attention and bullying her. People in my family do stuff like that. I don't mean the video part, I mean saying what Alduin said, the type of things she said. And then laughing and just boomeranging everything you say and then trying to get clout over it. Yes, some people do it in my family. It just made things worse. Alduin was harassing Sonic93. This is definitely true. To make her watch her video on her before and after the event. That is why Sonic93 didn't bother on watching Alduin's video to begin with. Edit. Sonic93 was convinced by Amy-chan to remove the original video because Amy said Melody felt uncomfortable. Jar was inconsequential of any matter in the event. Dunsville made the situation more complex than it had to be. Nani tried to help, but wasn't good enough. But wasn't enough. But it wasn't enough. Sorry, my bad. But it wasn't enough. Plus, after the interview with Sonic93, she wasn't helped to Sonic93 anymore. She is not controlling. She never did that to anyone. She is not manipulative. People called her that, and it's not true. And she is not abusive. The one who made that claim was Malteser Man. He made a video called Sonic93 is an abusive woman. I proved to him in Super Sprite 65 that what he made in the video was not substantial for the claims. Later on, the video is now deleted. Sonic93 deleted her channel because she was done with the drama. In fact, this was before she did. She had her closure of what she wanted, and so it was done. Third, she didn't use her friends as tools. I know that statement is false. Whoever told you that, it's a lie. Okay, this right here is not really necessary. Given that, okay, she didn't use her friends as tools. I'm not talking about this part. I'm talking about this. I know that statement is false. If you're gonna just say it like this, you're basically getting all defensive, saying I know that statement is false. Whoever told you that it's a lie. It's like, just say what you need to say. Because Moondisc, I know you were getting emotional to the point that you had your own thing, your own sights on Sonic93. And then too, you were cheating on your girlfriend by making a pass at Sonic93. I already called you out in one of my videos about that, and then other things I gotta talk about. I did interviews with Draco, meaning they were not even interviews. That was you catering to them. Meanie and Super Sprite. And they know that they volunteered to help her in the mini rant series. That part is true. I give you the titles of the videos I made with all of them. No, my opinions have changed over time on some information. It wasn't opinions. It was you catering to what they were saying, and you were picking sides. And then, too, you were feeding off of them, and you were leading them on, which is not even right what you did towards them. These right here. So I go down because he says both fundamentals of conversations and fundamentals of oh my god, whatever. Hopefully this will clear up some false narratives, and I suggest on watching it. It is sustained. Please just don't. You're trying. You're invoking by telling her why she needs to watch it, saying it's substantial. It's substantial. It's like, stop. There are people who did that to Sonic93, acting like, oh, you gotta watch it. You gotta watch it. Like, because I'm telling the truth. Just stop. Malina here says, I do hope maybe there will be a retrospective on this drama. Maybe like the style Cecil McFly does. Because I did notice some things off. Granted, Sonic93's responses and methods weren't good in her comeback, but there was a lot of feud emotions and flawed arguments in the Sonic93 drama. It kind of felt there were not a whole lot of people with clear and rational arguments except for Wild Paul's manga comment. Not really, despite how they sound, but I don't blame you for thinking that. Icy's old video, and I think Nico's? No. And I did my reaction on her video. I didn't get to the Super Sprite one, but no. The Super Sprite Sonic 93 one, but no. It's basically Alderman 2.0. It's like a more, you know, civil Alderman Gajinka approach to Sonic 93's video. It's 2 hours long, so I gotta re-examine it to see if that video holds up. I do understand this drama was a headache, but witnessing it back then felt like a massive shouting match between everyone back then. It kinda not really. It was more of an angry mob thing going on towards Sonic93, and then there's times when she really got fed up, and then some people, I don't know how to say it any other way because it's too big. But anywho, let's do this. Jim says to both Moondisc, mainly Moondisc and Mana indirectly, I would normally be a jackwad, say too long, didn't read, but unfortunately I did read your text while a psycho babbling. Even lost brain cells in the process, and it sounds like you are huffing copium while typing this. You claim it's a lie that she clearly used her friends as tools despite the clear evidence. What clear evidence? Of this in public and from the actual victim's testimonies. And yet, here you are lying about how you keep saying Ruth. Sonic93 is this perfect little angel. All while your entire interview on Sonic93 is her claiming she did nothing wrong, while she is known for attacking, stalking, and encouraging harassment towards her targets, tearing them down as people and insulting them. What did you do about it? Their art and characters, some of which were kids, and others she chased off the internet entirely, or both. You don't even know? Yeah, you wouldn't know. You're lying. Well, I'm not buying it. And I feel sorry for Malina and their one brain cell that they fell for your BS. How did Malina fall for Moondisc's quote unquote BS? Malina was just giving their opinion, their thoughts. And I didn't even insult Malina. Even though they're wrong about some people and they would be wrong about Nico, I didn't dare insult Malina because Malina is innocent. Even Sonic93 has said there are people who are innocent in believing that she was guilty, and she doesn't hold it against them because, you know, people were being brainwashed, people were being misled. Why would you hold it against someone who thought like, hey, she's guilty because I heard this person say it and they showed me this and that's what I was convinced to believe. That's different from someone saying, "Oh, I know she did it. I don't condone the harassment, but sorry, not sorry. I'm going to condone it anyway. And I know it's not true, but guess what? I'm going to say she did it anyway." That's different. That's actually an asshole right there trying to ruin her. But going back, did you just completely forget? This is epic Ace Attorney moment. Did you just completely forget the person you're defending here is a doxer and bully, or do you just not care? Take that! Again, there is evidence of her trash behavior, and you are just ignoring it whenever it's right in your face. Okay, done with the anime crap, but while I'm at it, I'm going to throw that same argument back at you. Oh my god, still continued. Stop lying. No one believes you. Well, no one's sane at least. You white knights are always the same. If you cannot be honest, then just leave. So, this is my thing. GemB7798 is a fake account. Yes, they are. And I'm going to do this instead. I'm calling you out again. I called you out before, but this is like one of the first times I'm checking your account. You're a fake account. You're just there to go bother somebody over the Sonic93 situation or whatever. You're basically on your ATV or some type of machine they ride. Whatever you ride in a Fury Road, like a Mad Max asshole or Furiosa. So my thing is Jim and ChannelEven, they prove that YoshiWii1 and oh my god, YoshiWii1 and Akai Jane were never broken by Sonic93. Otherwise, they would have taken a different approach. This whole situation would have been different had Sonic93 actually broken YoshiWii1 and Akai Jane. But it never happened. And then too, there's the issue with let me see right here. This one I gotta prove right here. I gotta point it out. Because my thing is, RioluPuppy is another one. RioluPuppy was trying to claim that Sonic93 broke YoshiWii1 and Akai. And over here, she said in the beginning, around this time, right here. No. I gotta get used to this. She said around here that Sonic93 was the one who said the next PaulAndAmy thing. She is incorrect. It's not true. I'm gonna play it.
No.
Okay, wrong video. Sorry, that's on me. Jeez. Going up. Blooper moment. Right here.
So who exactly is Sonic93? Well, if you've been living under a rock for about 5 years or so, Sonic93, aka Ruth, is a silver fangirl, and along with her now former friend Amy-chan, who back in the day created multiple rants on Akai Dahlia and YoshiWii1. Because, according to them, Akai was a boy crazy Mary Super Sonic and Shadow, and Yoshi was claimed by Ruth is to be the next PaulAndAmy because of autism and Asperger's. Let that sink in.
I'm gonna let it sink in to the point that I'm just like, how the hell do you get that mixed up? You act like you know everything, yet when I go over here, because you're gonna be in a whole lot of legal trouble for something like this if you were to present this in court. Funny thing, y'all never really plan on going to court. But here it is, the part where the next PaulAndAmy thing is said. I'm going to 5617. And I'm probably going to play it again. This is how ridiculous it is. Here we go.
A girlfriend, and you got a big danger waiting to happen.
You have a right to keep your guard up, but don't make it into paranoia.
Really think this guy is the next PaulAndAmy.
I really think this guy is the next PaulAndAmy. You heard it, folks. It was Amy-chan, not Sonic93. Sonic93 did not tell her to say this. This is the thing. Anybody who is so damn stupid, I'm not talking about people who just heard it and they are convinced to believe. I mean, people who actually say they saw the videos and then they just believe Sonic93 said it when they saw the videos and heard Amy-chan say it. You're idiots. You're lying to the people who didn't see the videos and brainwashing them to think what you said is true. That's freaking ridiculous. So I'm going to go back here.
Was a boy crazy Mary Super Sonic and Shadow, and Yoshi was claimed by Ruth is to be the next PaulAndAmy because of autism and Asperger's. Let that sink in. A man with autism who is obsessed with Amy Rose and used the Sonic fandom to escape his horrible life for comfort.
If that sounds like something that you have seen in ChannelEven's video, it's because ChannelEven, among other people, they have been repeating what they've seen in videos. like bread and butter, like without even using their own minds. They just repeated it like a robot. Now, when it comes to this, why is it such a bad thing to think that Sonic93 used Silver as an escape? Even if, hypothetically speaking, she was wrong about everything, what stopped any of you from trying to drain out the fire? Why didn't any of you actually go to, where is it? Why didn't any of you respond to OBD? Why didn't any of you tell folks like Bag-O-Douche to butt out and not make provocative stuff like this that could legally get them in trouble? And it would. Why didn't you do that? You're telling me not only did you not care about Sonic93, not only did you not care about Akai or YoshiWii1, not only did you not care about OBD, you also didn't care about Bag-O-Douche getting found out and taking everybody down with them. Oh my goodness, you suck. Because this is a real deal. Like, Akai, first of all, I'm going to go and look at your comment section because there's something wrong with this video, especially. So, I'm going to read to see if anyone bothered correcting you. Oh, this stupid crap right here. I already talked about their comment. I'm just looking to see if anybody mentioned anything about the next PaulAndAmy thing. And if nobody did, that means there's another cover up going on. I'm not saying everybody is covering up. No, no, no. No one. Let's see. What is this? Okay, so this right here, saying that Sonic93 hates autistic people, I'm gonna say this right now. Sonic93, she was diagnosed with autism. How do I know? I spoke with her. She was diagnosed way back then. Do I believe she's autistic? That's not up to me. That's not up for me to tell you. Her parents, in an interview, would tell you if they knew you and knew you well. But you're not somebody to go after her parents. Leave her parents alone. Not that you would, but still. Why in the world would you think something like this? This is just a blatant lie. And this could easily be toxic hearsay. This is not true at all. Don't ever bring this crap up again. I don't know how to pronounce your name, but you know who you are. This is BS right here. Don't ever do this. Just because you go like, I figure this is worth pointing out, but it's not called Asperger's anymore because the man it was named after was a Nazi doctor infamous for killing people like us and misdiagnosing autism spectrum disorder, ASD, as a form of psychopathy, which is coming to light more and more nowadays. The same negative stereotype that all autists are psychotic is probably a contributing factor as to why Sonic93 hates autistic people. I think she did do research, but her only sources were extremely outdated, and but that's my opinion. That's not an opinion. That's you coming up with a blatant lie and a false claim out of nowhere. There is no evidence that she hates people with autism. How is this an opinion? You're just coming out with this. YoshiWii1 is just one person. Sonic93 is just one person. If she hated autistic people, you would see a whole bunch of people who are autistic speaking out against her. It would be known. Because Sonic93 would not be good with covering up her own lies if she were a liar. And I'm telling you this. She's not a good liar. She would have been good at it if she were a real liar. But she's not. As someone who loves Amy, you people were brainwashed by RioluPuppy, but whatever. I'm going out to see something, and I'm just trying to see if there's anybody who actually corrected RioluPuppy on the next PaulAndAmy thing. I'm probably gonna talk about the comments in another video, but I just don't see. Oh, just a robot having someone scratch their ass. Jeez. I heard people say she's Chris Chan's daughter. Half crazy. She. Oh. Oh, okay. Rilo. To be honest, I wouldn't go as far as to call her that or Chris Chan. I would say she's half the crazy Chris's, but much worse than Brandon and Jane were back then. But I do hope she has changed her tone of the drama and leaving the internet. This is me going out here and saying Jane was never crazy. Sensitive, yes, but not insane. That was all Sonic93. So, Rilo, I have this to say to you because it doesn't seem like anybody corrected you in the comments. There's a cover up going on. There's a selective bias going on right here where no one bothered to say it was Amy-chan who said, I think he's the next PaulAndAmy in regards to YoshiWii1. Here's what I would have done. If I was somebody who actually believed that Sonic93 was horrible, I would not have gone after her. But if I watched this video, I would have found a whole lot of things wrong with it. Like, first of all, why in the world are you going to say she's going to get hated no matter what?
What? Aside from
Okay, before I do this.
it, I don't know if you're able to redeem yourself at this point, but if you get some serious mental help for whatever issues you got, do come back on the internet with a fresh new start. But you are gonna get backlash no matter fucking what. Aside from all that, I do hope the best for you.
Here's the thing about it. You're so wrong with your comment section. You're an enabler because you know for a fact that you spread false information in your video. You already called out like Moondisc and Sonic93. I already made my video or videos on you. And then two, you're telling her she's gonna get backlash no matter effing what. No matter effing what, no matter fucking what. It's like, okay, you put that in there, and it's like, so you're not gonna do anything to say to people like, you might get backlash regardless. And I'm somebody who would say, like, hey, please leave her alone. You may hate her, but please, she's a human being just like everybody else. Even though she did these things, it is not up to you to spread hate on Sonic93. She has to learn one way or another without the negativity. I would have said something like that. But no, you're not even trying to ensure her safety. It's like, oh, you're gonna get hated no matter fucking what. But yeah, still, sorry, not sorry. I do hope, just saying it as a free pass to say I don't condone the hate when I fucking do. That's what you did, Rilo. And then two, you got your facts wrong in regards to who said I think he's the next PaulAndAmy. That is on you. So this right here, the enabling, is to show that no, Akai Jane was never broken by Sonic93. All of this could have been avoided if people did not brainwash, but they did. This person right here, as well as ChannelEven and RioluPuppy herself, especially, and others, would have come right over here. People would have been alerted. They would have been alarmed and said, wait, Akai is posting under here? She's not safe. Why is she posting under here? But Rielu didn't do it. Nico didn't do it. Aldwin didn't do it. This person didn't do it when they're right under our... Oh my god. Rielu, not Aldwin. Rielu's video. They instead went after Moondisc and someone that was neutral to show off a freaking fake troll account. So what does that tell you? That tells you this is a whole cover-up that was thrown against Sonic93. And the reason why Rielu and others, they went quiet about it, if not quiet completely or whatever, is because they didn't want to get found out. So the thing is, when it comes to you people who were saying that Sonic93 broke Akai Jane and YoshiWii1, that includes Rielu and everyone else who said it, you're miraculous. I have nothing else to say than you are marvelous, you're miraculous, You're beautiful and insane. You're fucked up in so many ways. Unimaginable. Because all of a sudden you don't want to say anything and you're scared because you know you screwed up. You're one of those people that's like, oh, so what? I did it. So I'm I'm gloating, but then you can't say it in other people's faces that you're an asshole. At least if and when I'm an asshole, I can tell people I'm an asshole. At least I can tell people, yeah, I did it. I felt it. I needed to do it. But no, you people are like, I didn't do it. Or you just go quiet and you lie. You people are just a bunch of wannabe tryhards. That's even worse than a tryhard. So that's what I want to show, but that's not all. I have this to say. Rielu, please, if you ever go and revisit the Sonic93 situation, it's not worth it, but if you do, tell the truth. Please inspire people to stay out of the drama. Please tell people you want nothing else to do with it. Take down your video. And if you keep it up for, for memories, for proof that you said these things, at least keep it up just to show that you did in fact make that video, but not to encourage people to attack her. Because when I read your comment section, there really was no damage control in regards to what you said in the video, especially. And that wasn't even a documentary. And to anyone who's wondering, like, why didn't you play the whole video? Anybody. I did in my other videos. I did a video or so on RioluPuppy already. But it's not okay to do these kind of things, to make videos and spread bias and then try to throw in a free pass card to say what you want and then act like you didn't really mean to damage the person when you're condoning it already. It's not okay. If you got something against somebody and you're spreading bias, you shouldn't be doing these kind of videos because then you are brainwashing people to follow suit. Now, I can say this too. With ChannelEven and Rielu and Jim and Nico and everybody who's ever done videos or whatever, come after Sonic93 and come after other people, those who have also come after YoshiWii1 and Akai Jane, there is a certain YouTuber I want to talk about indirectly. I felt he was a chill guy, and you probably know who it is if I say that he's talked about Moist Critic or Moist Critical. I have nothing against the guy. I have nothing against Moist Critical. I have nothing against him for talking about Moist Critical. It's just that I noticed that some of his points, when he's talking about certain people, he makes it sound, I guess, believable. And he sounds like he's trying to be fair. But the one thing that got it to the point where I just unsubscribed for him was when he brought politics onto a certain level. And it's like, oh, if you think like me, then like and subscribe. But it wasn't simply like that. The guy has said something like, if you don't like this person, like and subscribe. And I just thought to myself, so apart from there not being much or any context in the description, you're telling people about a certain candidate, and you're like in the video, oh, if you don't like her yourself, like I don't like her, then subscribe to my channel and like this video. It's like that should not matter. Like, why? But you made it matter. Why are you bringing politics onto your channel and telling somebody to just follow suit all because they don't like the person? Now, it's fair game if you want to discuss politics and stuff, and that's what you're about, as long as you're not trying to send people to attack another group. I don't really like to talk about politics. At least I don't like to bring it up like on a regular basis and stuff, because it's very sensitive. So when it comes to Sonic93, when you talk about how, oh, you don't like somebody and you're showing bias towards Sonic93, you're not even telling people like, hey, regardless of what I heard about Sonic93, please take some things that I say with a grain of salt. I believe a lot of what I say is true, but even then, please do not harass her. I know some people said the same thing, but they were not very sincere when it came to that, because I see people harassing Sonic93 regardless. But I'm serious when I say it. Just because I don't like Sonic93 does not mean you have to think like me. Leave her alone. She's a human being. People have their own good reasons for finding her lovable. I'm just going by what I don't like in her. And even though I don't like her, I have my own type of bias that I have to combat. But that doesn't mean you can't like her. That's what I would have said if I was like that. And then too, I can say this. I this is about Pro Jared. This is another one. Pro Jared is somebody I misjudged. I can say that by far. Because I believed in hearsay. I didn't spread it around. I didn't spread hate about Pro Jared, no. But when I talked about him, or when someone brought him up to me, I forget how it happened. I was like, he rubs me off the wrong way. I just had like this uneased reaction. But I didn't say, oh, I hate him. He's a jerk. He's mean. He's worse than Homelander from the boys, from both the comics and Amazon version. No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that Pro Jared needs to be out at like Bill Cipher from Gravity Falls. No, I didn't say any of that. I didn't spread hate, period, on Pro Jared. But when it came to what I read, I ended up looking up something about him. I forget why. And I'm like, wait, what? It's true? It's true because there was some type of accusations that led me to believe that he wasn't who he said he was. But when I saw there was confirmation that there were lies, I'm like, what? Is that true? I went to check to see, and it turned out, it checked out. Pro Jared was, they lied about him. And I just thought, like, wow, dang, I feel bad. Because the thing is, I wasn't really much of a fan of any of Pro Jared back then, but I had my mind open. That's the thing. I had my mind open to see what was going on. I was not biased towards him. So when it comes to Sonic93, it's like you hear things about her, and you want to keep like ChannelEven especially. You want to keep believing bad things like this. You're invoking, you're inserting your own fantasy of how someone is instead of like using the gray area. Then you should not be diving into this. When it comes down to what you have to share or what you want to share, you need to think about how your words can be sensitive, how someone can be driven to think what you think or what you want them to think, because that's manipulation right here. This RioluPuppy, like, well, all basically what you've seen, it's manipulation, and you should not allow that. You need to think for yourself. You can't just go around making videos and act like nothing's gonna happen all because it's funny to you and it should be funny to the next person. That's not how life works. I mean, a lot of you would probably be really mad at me if I drew Dunsville as a Teletubby and then I had, I don't know, him wearing a diaper. I would not like that if I drew that. That's why I didn't draw it. I'm just saying. No matter how funny it would be to somebody, it's also messed up. I wouldn't draw it for that reason. I'm still thinking of other people's feelings, even if I laugh about something in my head. My thoughts, my laughter is not as important as people's emotions towards what I'm laughing about in my head. So I ain't gonna do it. And that's just show that I do care about Dunsville and everybody in this situation. And I do care about Sonic93 especially, because again, she's the biggest victim. And aside from that, you got Akai Jane and YoshiWii1 who are victims, especially because people kept using their names to go after Sonic93. So, oh, another thing too, I do want to talk about this. Um, I found something. I found something like how long ago in regards to Moondisc and this person who made this video. You probably remember this. This is in the previous part and probably a different type of episode altogether. Probably the Sonic93 Neo guidance stuff. When I talked about Bajolko and called out Moondisc again. Now, I want to say this in regards to Moondisc. He's not innocent either. That's one of the reasons why I made one or more videos on him. in regards to the Sonic93 situation. And it's not a simple matter of, oh, you're not innocent, I'm going to call you. No, 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 no. There are things that I am not innocent for when it comes to different stuff. I am not a very guilty person, but at the same time, I've made my mistakes stuff. But that's not why I'm calling out. It's because Moondisc did things behind Sonic93's backs, and he did things behind other people's back, and that would include Super Sprite, Amy-chan, Mini to Mini, and Draco Charizard 87. He's done them wrong, is what I'm saying. So that's to show I'm not happy. Even when someone wrongs Dunsville or Amy-chan and the like, even when they use Sonic93 to act like, I'm better than these people. You have no right to say that about Dunsville or Amy-chan or Draco, whoever. You're not better than them. You're not superior to them. They're human beings just like you. Even though they did screwed up things towards Sonic93, you have no right to dehumanize them no matter what. Just as they have no right to dehumanize Sonic93. So that's what I'm saying. So in regards to Jim and ChannelEven especially, and RioluPuppy, again, stay out of the freaking Sonic93, John, for good. Unless you're going to try to help diffuse it and you're going to confess, because you need to confess. You ain't going to do it. Hey, someone's going to find out the truth one way or another, especially through my videos. If you try to silence me, that counts as tampering. Anywho, I'm going to go to the next part and hopefully talk about the other couple or few that I mentioned in one of my videos when it comes to the abusers, people that were actually enabled. And then I'm gonna play a video, an audio rather, of Sonic93, and I think there's Dunsville in it too. I'm gonna play that audio at the very end, probably, because people really need to know that Sonic93 has emotions too. It's not a like video that exposes her or sensitive information where it's not me using it to go after Sonic93. No, I wouldn't do it. It's basically something you all need to hear. Because I'm tired of people, even if they're doing it to this day, dehumanizing Sonic93. No one deserves that. You don't deserve that. She doesn't deserve that. I've heard Sonic93 cry. And that doesn't matter to you. Then you're like the foulest person I've ever seen. But Muskin Adversary out.